Hey guys, Steve Sherbridge here. Um, so I'm get this is the long overdue response to Jonathan Curtin's response to me. Um, as you can probably tell, let me turn the camera to face me. Hopefully you can see me. I wasn't gonna do this sober. So 7 shots of rum and 3 shots of gin later, and here I am. So, let's get into this. Sorry about that. Let's get into this bullshit video from this fucking asshole that likes to defend fucking pedophiles and fucking child molesters and shit and fucking child grooming. Sick fuck.
Hello YouTube, it's Jonathan here. I shouldn't make a response video to Mr. Stevie Boy, but you know, I think I'll...
You're gonna call me Stevie Boy, I'm gonna call you Johnny Sick Fuck. How about that? Fuck you.
make a video to Stevie Boy. You know, and
okay,
it just
Johnny
shows
Sick Boy.
You know, I don't see any compassion in the guy. Like, you know what, the fuck...
You don't see any compassion in me, says the guy who supports child grooming and the prolonged manipulation and abuse of children. And then he likes to say that victims' experiences don't matter and that he won't go to the victims and tell them to spin this bullshit to them himself. Fuck you. I'm the one with no compassion, but yet you're the one spewing all this shit and doing exactly what I just said. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking asshole.
Funny thing is, you can argue with me that, you know, that I was that, you know, that bitching about my mother. That doesn't, everybody bitches about people. People get a little angry sometimes. It doesn't fucking mean, oh, that means I automatically friggin' hate her.
Yeah, but you were bitching about it for pretty petty purposes. For pretty petty reasons. And there was no reason to do that at all. There was no reason to bring it up. So... And especially given your situation, your predicament right now, it's not really appropriate. You shouldn't be shitting in the hand that feeds you.
Right. You know, I know. I do stuff around her for the house. You know, she's kind enough to do, you're alright, she's kind enough to keep me in a house. But I already know this, because I've seen people around me who don't have a caring love.
No, you don't.
But to make the assumption just because I'm angry a little bit at someone, doesn't mean you're friggin' right about me. And I might have snapped out and said that about you. And I've said that in videos if you really listen. But a lot of you people skip things.
Yeah, because you're not worth listening to all the way through. Because you do all you do is repeat yourself and freaking run around in circles. So a lot of what you say isn't worth listening to. Because you never get to the point. You run around in circles and freaking get off the topic for like 20 fucking minutes and then just come back to it finally. And a lot of cases you never really do until like the last few minutes, so it's no wonder we skip over shit. Fuck.
What can I tell you? But anyway, it's in one of these videos here. Maybe I'll look and point and give you the link. I'll give you the part of where it's at. But anyway, the point is, you know, you're right about that. I was wrong on that. For threatening, because I wouldn't want anybody to threaten my life. But I'm used to I used to get threats on Facebook. I was bullied in school, you know.
Oh, boo-hoo! Cry me a fucking river. You were bullied in school. It doesn't give you the right to do shit that you've done, threatening people's kids over the internet. And no shit, you get death threats because parents are probably listening to this shit. You're talking about how it's okay if their children get taken advantage of mentally, and then get sexually abused, and then get scarred for life because of it. Have to go through a bunch of therapy and whatnot for it. That's what you're condoning. So it's no wonder you get death threats from fucking parents and shit, probably, most likely. And I don't condone death threats, but what are you expecting when you step up with beliefs like this? You're a fucking idiot.
You know, people think you're disabled and stupid, and they think that they can bully you, think you're weak when you're not fucking weak. You're a lot smarter than some people in ways. But you only see what you're able to see, dude. I mean, people are able to see what they're able to say. That's why I'm an idiot for even trying to debate with you and I realized that. I look in the...
You haven't fucking debated with us. You're... Doom has offered to debate you several times, and you keep turning him down. He said that the debates are happening in the comments. If you were in a debate with him one-on-one on Skype or whatever, or on Google Hangouts, you won't do it because I know that you wouldn't be able to hold your own in a debate because you would completely fall apart.
The sky, and I realized, why have I ever even debated with you guys? You have a one-sided view on it, and I'm not knocking you. See, again, I can be logical.
I'm not knocking you, but I'm saying you have a one-sided view, that you're ignorant, that you're basically, that we're beneath your intellect, basically, that all this other shit, but I'm not knocking you. Okay. Alright.
Quite frankly, dude, I don't blame you for being that way, because that's how things are done because...
You don't blame me. I can't help it that I'm against, child abuse, child molestation, and stuff like that. Millions of victims around the world that have suffered from it, that have had to go through, all kinds of shit later on in their lives because of it. But I can't help it. I have that mindset about that. And basically from a consensus of people have a mindset about that for reasons, because it's not like, it's not like there's a fucking... It's not like the evidence speaks to that, but whatever.
Individuals don't know how to use their abilities the right way. And then you have the whole fixed society.
Our fucking abilities? What are we? Are we in Xavier's school for gifted mutants? What's my superpower? I know your superpower. Your tongue freaking lights up every time you sense that there's a little boy's asshole to lick. And one that hasn't wiped yet. Which you so lovely went into at one point. Like, I really need to know that. Thanks for that.
Oh my God. That shames sexuality between the youth and the adults and other youths. But what do I know? Doesn't mean I condone the rape and molestation, you dummy.
Yes, you do.
Because that's all you can see.
That's all there is to say.
It is fruitless, and you know what? Say it. Say it, baby. Say it. And you show those beautiful...
Don't flirt with me. You're not my type.
For pearly whites. That's it. You need to learn to hug. Learn to forgive.
I'm not gonna fucking hug you. First of all, I'm repulsed by the very thought of you. Second of all, in the fucking non-existent world that ever did happen, you'd probably... fuck off.
Jonathan, you keep saying that myself and Derp and others don't know you.
You don't know.
You may not know you in your day-to-day life. You may not know every single thing about you. But we sure as hell know enough. We know that you advocate for child grooming.
Well, you determine that it's grooming. It doesn't mean it.
It's because it is child grooming, you fuck. You're manipulating the kid to be okay with things. You're making him watch child porn. Him or her. You're making the child watch child porn. When a grown adult should not be doing that whatsoever. Okay, a child is very malleable mentally. You can convince them of anything. And that's why it can be considered nothing. It can be considered nothing else but manipulation and abuse, because you're using that malleability to your advantage for your own sick desires. So fuck you. That's what it's called.
It is grooming. And for people who are, dominated and forced, and, there's no love.
Just say rape, you fucking idiot.
nothing bonds behind what you're saying, they're obviously the enemy.
You're the fucking enemy.
Pedophilia.
You're fucking Magneto.
You apparently like to go on the internet and the first thing you talk about is your mom. And you go in on your mom and bitch about her because she offers you advice.
No, that one time. It was that one time. Dude.
Okay, if you know that you are a seemingly very entitled person.
Oh, really?
You are seemingly
How so?
narcissistic.
How so? Because you bitched about people who say that the world owes you nothing, and it doesn't. That very heavily implies that you're at least a somewhat entitled person, so...
How so? I'm just grateful I got food on the table, I got a few friends. I'm lucky I have that, but some people don't have that.
No. You're ungrateful because you don't have any fucking assholes to lick. You know what? If you're gonna give some... This is a little off topic. If you're gonna deuce that, at least wait till they fucking wash there. Fucking Jesus. I don't know. That's fucking that's horrible. I'm sorry, everyone.
And the only reason I'm where I'm at is not because I don't want to go out there and get a job. Because even if I apply for the application, it don't mean I'm gonna last on my job. But something that you don't understand that. You're not in my shoes to understand that.
Nor would I want to be.
You know that you like to say to people who don't agree with the beliefs that you're espousing.
Because you see it in a one-sided way. And the idea is child molestation.
Because I don't agree with your fucked up opinions, and because I have proof that can completely negate what you're saying, that means that I'm seeing things in a one-sided way. That I'm ignorant, basically. That I'm not seeing shit deeper, as you would say. Fuck you. If people don't agree with you, then they're just seeing things one-sided. If they don't agree with you specifically on your beliefs and on frickin' pedophiles and child grooming and child molestation, they're not seeing things deeper. Okay.
Molestation and pedophilia or being a child lover or map, and maps are totally different than what you're saying.
No, it's not. A map is a pedophile, you fuck.
You like to make the argument that, you don't see shit deeper than what it is.
It's true.
No, it's not. It's true because you say it is.
True. Yeah, thank you.
Not one thing. There's good, bad, and everything. No, there's not. There's no good in cold-blooded murder.
Well, duh.
Well, duh. I was using it as an example because I consider cold-blooded murder basically on the same level as child molestation. I mean, you might as well. I mean, you're going to leave that kid with so much fucking baggage and so much fucking mental anguish to deal with. You might as well just end it at that point. Idiots.
What is something I don't know?
I don't think you know that.
There's no good in rape.
Well, of course. I wouldn't want to be raped. Who the hell wants to be raped?
Well, technically, what you're advocating for can be classified as statutory rape, but again, it's almost like rape of the mind because, again, like I said, the malleability of a child's mind at that young of an age it's very malleable. You can convince them of anything. And at that age, they still believe in things like the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, for fuck's sake. You can convince them of anything. And again, like I said, you're using the naivety and the malleability of that child's mind to your advantage so you can do whatever fucking fucked up things you want to it. You can convince them of anything. And they do not have the level or depth of understanding of what you're doing. They don't know what your agenda is behind what you're doing. That's what we've been trying to say.
Cheating on your significant other or spouse.
No, never said cheating. Talk about having an open relationship. If she's into that, she may.
I never brought up open relationships, you fuck. But you'd probably
Not
be in
into
one
that,
with
or he may not be
fucking
into that.
prepubescent fucking children, boys.
Or child grooming.
That's the way you're gonna see it because of it. Because
It's the way I see it because that's what it is. Fuck. Look it up. There's a definition for it, and it's exactly what you're describing.
the way society views it, and at the same time, dominating kids and not giving a shit about.
When you start blaming society for everything, and when you're the only person that's right, or you're part of a niche minority, a very small niche minority that's right, it's time to look at yourself in the mirror and question yourself and what you're saying. Asshole.
About their feelings and just not educating them at a young age that it's masturbation's okay. You have different religions, different ideologies.
Not talking about fucking religions and ideologies. There's nothing. Look, a parent sitting their kid down and talking to them about the birds and the bees is one thing, but having your a fucking grown adult do things with that child or show them fucking porn is inappropriate. It shouldn't be happening. A kid should discover that for themselves, not from an adult who can easily manipulate them.
It's okay to believe in anything you want. But the point is, you're supposed to learn through other people, learn different things from people, and figure out where do you belong, what basically, how do you feel about something? And I'm not knocking you down and saying that your feelings don't matter, and all those victims out here who were dominated, abusing.
Yeah, you are, though. You are saying their feelings don't matter. You are knocking down their experiences and their feelings. I mean, you basically said that just because they've experienced that doesn't mean that's how it always is, and that they shouldn't see it that way, even though they've experienced that shit firsthand. Like, that's basically what you're saying. You don't really give a fuck. You are knocking them down. You can say whatever the fuck you want to me, but you're knocking down people who have been victims of this. You're throwing aside their experiences and saying that they don't matter, basically. But go ahead and say that you're not.
Abused. I'm not laughing at them and saying they don't exist. And just because what's his name? Because I agree with his passion. Rape and all this stuff doesn't exist. I'm saying I'm believing it in a sense, not because it doesn't exist.
If you believe Stetson, if you would side with him, or you agree with him, or you're behind him at all, you're a fucking nut.
It does exist, but see, I'm thinking he's saying that as like a voice for the future, that when the future comes, that
a future that will never exist. And if that future ever tries to impede on us, we will stomp it down. We will stomp it down. We will flatten it like a pancake.
Saying that in a way
with chocolate chips.
Because you don't want, because saying something doesn't exist and you actually don't have the heart, or you have a heart and you don't want to do fucked up shit, dominating evil shit, but you only see it in one side. I'm not blaming you for that, dude. Like I said to dude, I'm not blaming him, and I've said in the comments in his channels that there is nothing wrong with him. There's nothing, what he's saying is incorrect, but you can't automatically assume everyone's a diddler and everyone's a dominator and everybody...
We just don't know better, right? And you are a fucking diddler. You made your fucking cousin, you were like a teenager at the time, he was like, what, 8 and 9? You made him okay with what you were fucking doing. He didn't know any better. He didn't know what the agenda behind what you were doing. You fuck.
What you think they are.
Victims out there about that. Good, all the fucking victims out
I would never say that to a...
You would never do that because you're a coward, because you know if you did go to victims and spat all this bullshit, if they didn't beat the fuck out of you, someone would beat the fuck out of you on their behalf. That's why.
victim who was really abused.
Do it.
I would not.
Do it, because I want
Of course you wouldn't.
you get your ass.
You don't have the guts.
Because you inevitably will if you do that.
Yeah, because you see, again, one-sided view. That's my point.
You start going around to all these fucking
Whatever.
people who've been violated.
Dominated. Yep. That's...
Raped. You mean raped. I'm not even gonna... Why do you keep saying fucking dominated? It's clear you're talking about rape, dude. The fuck? You have the vocabulary of a fucking third grader, dude. Seriously. Can't even pronounce fucking ridiculous. You say ridiculous. Accusations. You say acquisitions. No, I don't want to do that. I'm probably not going to get through this whole video, just so you guys know. I'm almost 8 minutes in. This is already 21 minutes long.
Still have fucking nightmares from it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Johnny Sick
sorry
Boy.
about
Scarred for the rest of their lives. Or you'll sit there and tell them they don't sit that they aren't capable of seeing.
But it's okay, because he didn't go through my whole video, so touche.
Shit deeper.
Doesn't mean I'm making fun of those people, or doesn't mean I'm talking down to those people.
You may not be making fun of them, but you're saying their experiences don't matter because they don't align with your opinions and your beliefs on the subject. So fuck you for that.
You want to say?
Time will tell you.
You're fucking sick.
Okay.
That's why you're sick. Not because of any
Okay.
disease. Not because of feminism or anything else. Other bullshit you want to deflect off the issue.
Even though I'm not against all venomous, it just depends on what venomous you're talking about. Even so,
I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. You obviously have an issue with women. It's obvious from your videos, and if you don't know that, you haven't watched your own fucking videos.
Savannah Ape was considered a male feminist.
Fuck Savannah Ape.
You know, he wants reformed and things. What's wrong with reforming? It's up to people if you're willing to reform. It's all how you're doing it.
But, no, because of that. Because you're excusing that. Because you're excusing child grooming.
Not dominate. Oh,
You were 15.
how was his cousin? How do you know it's my cousin?
8, 9, 10 years old.
Because
And that
you
doesn't mean I
admit
actually
it.
did what
God,
he
fuck.
did the way you think he did, the way you think it happened. I asked him because he was wiping himself, and he said, "Okay." You know,
Oh,
I
of
tried
course.
it.
This is...
He liked it.
Are
and
you
he
going
kept
in
asking.
detail?
It's once in a while.
Once in a while, when you
Doesn't
can
mean I
manipulate him
fucking
into doing
conditioned
it.
him or forced him to do it, or he had to do it. Otherwise, you know what I mean?
I don't know what you
There could be,
mean.
you don't see it in another way, dude.
I don't want to see it your
We're
way.
cousins.
You probably manipulated them to being okay.
No, not entirely, dude. I didn't manipulate them. To be honest.
Not entirely? So that means that you kind of did. Not entirely, but you kind of did. A little slip there. Freudian slip, I think they would call it.
He said that, I don't, if you don't, basically, if you don't, basically.
What?
He would basically say that,
Basically, what? You're fucking caught.
But I didn't find it threatening at all, You don't get it, dude. Doesn't mean I'm playing a victim, but again, you're gonna look at it a certain way.
You groomed them.
I didn't groom them to do
Yes,
it.
you
You have
did.
this simplistic view. You Stetson, all those fucking people. You have this simplistic view about sex and relationships. Okay? Maybe. Yeah, sure. If you're violating a child, they might know the physical.
Stop circling my face and not fucking into you. Again, you're not my fucking type.
Doesn't mean that's what I advocate for. It doesn't mean it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what I'm condoning. But again, you're jumping to conclusion because that's what happened to you. But you don't get that. That's why I've always.
You're in support of violating children. That's what you're advocating for. Own it. There's no other way to put it.
Saying things. about making these videos over and over again because you don't understand. That doesn't mean that's what I'm talking about. And if you use your brain,
I don't understand because you say so.
If you use a little bit of your brain, why is there queer kid stuff? Learn to teach them about different ideologies, culture.
Children that young should not. Okay, children that young are not going to even understand what the fuck you're talking about. They shouldn't even have to be exposed to that at that young of an age. If parents want to sit their kids down and tell them about that, that's fine, but it shouldn't be from some weirdo on the internet. There's no reason why fucking 3-year-olds should be told about fucking gender fluidity and shit like that. Just let the fucking kid grow up and be a fucking kid and have fun. Fuck. Life's already fucking hard enough as it is.
There's stuff like that. And it's the same thing with sex education at a young age. There is no shame in these things, man. There's no shame in anything, man.
I didn't say there was shame in sex education. You're getting off fucking topic again like you always do. Fuck. That's your superpower. You get off topic. Other than your tongue going up whenever there's a fucking underage little boy's asshole around, you fucking get off topic. Those are fucking superpowers.
You know, I wish you would but again, you can't understand because you only see this subject in a one-sided way. And I'm sorry something bad happened to people.
Okay,
if you think
you're not
I don't
sorry.
understand that.
You're
I
not
understand that there's good and bad, like I told you. But there's
Okay.
nothing good about rape. But again, you're going to paint me a picture.
But there's good in child molestation, right? Fuck. Fuck you.
Okay, when you're in a relationship with someone, you decide to, engage in sex, okay, you're most likely you're doing it with someone that you care about, or care deeply for, that you trust.
Yeah, well, yes, of course. And that could happen with an adult or a child, or it can happen with another child.
No.
It depends.
No.
It depends especially nowadays.
No.
Knowledge is deeper. You can listen to Youth Liberation.
Child molestation and fucking child abuse. Child molestation happens with, like, a bunch of, like, I don't know the specific percentage, but, like, child molestation happens with adults that the kid trusted and they looked up to, and that adult took advantage of them. There can be no trust there. You fucking idiot.
Again, you only see it in a one-sided way. You can listen to the
Because you say so.
Graph.
Yeah, it's a convicted child molester. Okay.
Graph.
Okay, it goes, and not just the physical sense, the emotional sense, and the mental sense, okay, there's a lot of things mentally and emotionally that go behind that. It's a lot more than that. You're essentially giving a piece of yourself to that person.
Mm-hmm. I know.
A vulnerable piece of yourself to that person. There's a lot more that goes into it than just the physical aspect. You only see the physical aspect of it.
There can be good emotions to it. Depends
Shut the fuck up.
entirely.
Someone bigger than me does a cool response to you. Imagine if fucking someone like a shoe on head, because she had the video exchange was naked not naked, but Savannah age. Imagine if she did a response to you. I don't think you can handle it.
I'm skipping through some of this. Fuck this.
I was wrong. See, I can admit when I'm fucking wrong, dude.
Sure. Shouldn't have done that in the first place. I'm assuming he's talking about threatening kids over the internet.
And that was incorrect. Not really. Not really. There's people more gutless. There's people gutless.
Threatening someone's kids or future kids over the internet, that's pretty fucking gutless. Pretty fucking gutless.
That don't even give a shit about life at all. They'll just go around and they'll just stab and shoot and beat up people for no fucking...
You care about looking buttholes, that's it. I mean, if you're into that, that's cool, but with this guy...
reason. There's MS-13 gang members. There's people who rape women. There's people who would beat you up or beat me.
Yeah, I don't think you would care if they get raped women.
For advocating for pedophilia and child grooming and for threatening someone else's children on the internet.
Well, I apologize for that, like I said 50 times.
Bullshit.
Future offspring. You're a piece of shit.
Because it's the
You're
hatred.
a real piece of shit. You're a classic gold star, gold medal, 5-star.
And you're not a piece of shit in ways. One day it's gonna be proven to you.
No, it's not.
You see things in a one-sided.
It was viewed the same way in 1960. It's viewed the same way now. There's a fucking reason for that.
What?
I can't. Alright, I'm 6 minutes in. I've gone on long enough. I'm gonna just react. I'm gonna get to the video. I got a little more fired up than I intended to, but yeah. Why do you look up video bitching about it? She's just trying to give you advice. And when she's apparently letting you live under her roof rent free.
You don't need to hear it from you.
Yeah, you hear it from other people already.
You never back anything up. You wonder why none of us take what you say seriously. Just don't back anything that you're saying up.
Nothing to respond to that? Silence there? That speaks volumes, dude. I'm telling you that you should back what you're saying up, and you say nothing. Just silence. That speaks volumes. Your superpowers aren't kicking in now, are they? And I think with that, this is 31 minutes long.